up, people? It's the Guru, and welcome to Geek Assault. Today, we will be reviewing Die Issue 1. This is a new comic from Image Comics. It is set in the year of 1992. It's a story about these kids. They go to their friend's house named Solomon. The main character, from what I can tell, name is Dominique, and he also has a sister named Angela, and she appears to be maybe a year younger than him, from what I can tell. And it's his birthday, which he shares with his friend Solomon. So since they're not old enough to drink or party or club like that, they decide to have hang out and play games at his house. With this being said, it's a group of six altogether, and the game they decide to play is brought to them pretty much by Solomon, and it's pretty much like a Dungeons and Dragons type game. And each one of the kids pick a character that they like to play, be. And from what we can tell, seems like the game is made up by Solomon, if I'm not mistaken, because he knows the most about the game. It's all new to them. So with that being said, they all pick their characters and they roll the dice, and bam, they vanish. Then 2 years later, a time skip comes. Yes, people, within the first couple of pages, we have a time skip. 2 years later, so now it's 1994, and the kids appear. It shows them a road, and they appear out of nowhere again. Bam! And this lady's driving a car. She almost hits them. She jumps out the car and screams at them like, "Yo, what y'all doing playing in the street?" You know what I'm saying? But they're pretty much like, "Yo, we need help. You know, we're sorry. We didn't mean to do anything." And so the lady automatically recognizes them. She's like, "Hey, aren't y'all the Stanford Six, Stanford Six, or something like that?" And they're like, "Yeah, but this is the thing." She said there was only 5 of them. Remember what I said? There was 6 in the group, but they only come back with 5. And the girl Angela, Dominique's sister, is missing her right arm. So the stranger's like, "What happened to the other person? And what happened to her arm?" And Dominique talks to everybody in the crew and is like, "Look, we can't talk about it." Next thing we know, we have a 20-some-year time skip after this. Yes, people, 20 year, 3 time skips, well, 2 time skips within the first couple of pages of this book. So now the characters are all in their 40s. So they started lives, got married, they're all into their careers. Some lost touch with each other. It just, they're doing their thing. And once again, it's Dominique's birthday. So he goes out with his sister to a bar, and a mysterious package appears. And the bartender gives it to him. He opens the package, and it is a die from the game they played over 20 plus years ago. So Dominique, it was his 40th birthday. So he went from 16 to 40 within a couple of pages. So you do the math with that. So they see the die. Dominique freaks out. Of course, Angela knows what's going on because she lost whatever they happened to him. She lost the arm there, and she played the game with him last time. So she's pretty calm though, but Dominique really loses it because the game seems to have affected him more than anybody else. So he asks the bartender, "Where'd you get the die from?" He doesn't know. He's gonna go out in the street and crush the die, but he decided like, no, let's go talk to the old gang and find out what's going on and talk about what this trauma that we went through 20 some years ago. So with that being said, the gang meets up. It's all good spirits. They're all talking. They haven't talked in years, and they just decide like, yo, we used to be like best friends back in high school. Now we barely even know each other. But it's kind of weird that they all stay in the same town, and it seemed like they stayed fairly close, but not the same town. But they didn't stay connected that well. So what they went through seemed to have really had a huge impact on their life. But with that being said, they talk about the die, and they're all kind of, they get almost like an argument, kind of. It's getting a little heated, and this is all 5 of them are gathered around the die, and the die does have blood on it. So with that being said, boof, the die starts to glow, and once again they whisked off again. Now we actually get to see where they're put into this world where they all dress in these special kind of costumes that, like I said, once again, it's like a board game. So they're in their like Dungeons and Dragons type gear. And they're arguing once again because they kind of realize the trauma that they went through. And the they're trying to talk about what happened to the last guy. We find out the last guy that was missing was Solomon. And they're trying to wonder, is he alive or is he dead? And then there's a shocking reveal at the end. I'm gonna leave it there. So, if y'all found anything interesting in the story, please pick up this issue. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've actually read this comic like 3 or 4 times already. It's a good read. It's a quick read. I'm behind on it. It came out early December. I think the next issue is coming out maybe this week. I think it's coming out this week. So I'm really gonna pick it up. So it's almost a month old. I should have put this review out. I don't know why I've been procrastinating, but check it out. It's good. I tried to be as spoiler free as possible because I left out a lot of the details that goes with the story. But yo, please support this one. Support it. If you're an anime manga fan, you probably will like this because it has a whole lot of elements that's like manga anime based. So with that being said, this is the Guru. Before I go, I recommend this scale of 1 to 10. I give this a solid I'd say 7.5. 7.5. Great. It was a good first issue. It kept you interested, and I'm ready for the second issue, and I will be reviewing that as well. Hope I didn't spoil too much for you. Pick it up and pick up issue 2. I'm pretty sure it's dropping this week. This is the week of right now is January the 7th, 2019. So go check it out. This is Guru. I'll let y'all later. Peace.